Hello there, Meoni here, and I've got a nice quick news video for you today. This is all thanks completely to a Redditor named Elevenmile, who compiled all of the information from the recent interviews that Square Enix had with Gamewatch, Famitsu, Dengeki, and 4Gamer. So big thanks to you, Elevenmile. I'm going to be using your Reddit post behind this video for reference. So you can grab a link to this post in the description, go and support him, and thumbs him up for his hard work. So let's read what stuff got translated then. So we saw before in one of the recent developer diary notes that small-scale PvP updates were coming in 4.1, with the ability to change out entire skills and class mechanics on the whim thanks to the new PvP system being separate from the PvE skills. This is mentioned here again. The confirmation of the Royal Menagerie Extreme was mentioned. Again, this was hinted at multiple times and was to be expected. I know a few friends who absolutely hated the normal mode with pugs, so this is going to be pretty entertaining when it hits. I'm looking forward to this. They are supposedly adding more ways to use clan mark logs and Grand Company currencies, which is nice considering after buying Ventures there's not a great deal else I could really buy with Grand Company seals if I'm honest. Whether or not they're just going to add materia to the purchases and some other basic things, who knows, or maybe it's going to be something completely different. Apparently there might be plans to upgrade the weathered job quest gear from the job quests in Stormblood we received at 70 in the future, but it's a strong might. That would be really cool, considering I actually didn't get to wear mine as a white mage. I had nearly the full Alamigo set with scripts before I hit level 70, so it would be cool to see them get an upgrade of some sorts. The Astrologian set, for example, is one of the coolest sets in the game. It's a bit of a shame, really. They are starting to focus in doing something about the core system of glamours. This is how it's translated and typed here. So the glamour system revised was always on the table from the start when people asked for a way to separate glamour from normal items, and hopefully not take up precious armory space. It would be a really great thing if they added a system like in World of Warcraft where transmog items are saved as an image in a kind of like digital catalogue. Once you get it in game and then you can use it whenever you like. It would certainly make another collection addiction in our game. And I would love to see something that makes glamour more accessible for more people, instead of just being a chore. Whatever they have planned will hopefully be a good change towards our armory, because at the moment mine is full of other class gear, so I have very little room for glamour items. So they want to expand the inventory slots yet again. I couldn't agree more, honestly. I filled my new ones they added in Stormblood with fish or crafting mats near instant when I go out on a bit of a spree. Something else here mentioned is about smartphone features added to their app linked to the game. Who knows what they could do with a phone app these days? I mean, a massive guess would be auction listings or something, but I don't know that. And we'll have to wait and see. So the big news is that 4.1 will see friend list registration on different servers, along with a tell feature. Whoop is all I can say to this. I have a few friends on other servers. It would be amazing to chat with them in-game instead of having to get them on Skype or Discord. But the best bit is the next line. 4.2 will see a group chat feature. Whether this means cross-server link shells, which would be the holy grail, honestly, remains to be seen. I for one love the idea that one day we might actually be able to play with our friends cross-server without transferring. I live in hope. Apparently they want to make items stacked to 999 instead of 99 to make it easier to carry large amounts of items. This would make crafting 100 times more efficient, so I'm completely behind this. They originally planned it for 4.1 but say they couldn't make it for that patch, so it'll be coming in the future at some point hopefully. They did mention Return to Ivalice in a phrase when asked about it, but said it will be full of a load of spoilers if they said anything, and they didn't really want to talk about it, so that'll probably be included in a later date. There was another post saying that they're going to make a sort of like introduction situation towards that, so whether or not that's going to be like a series of quests introducing Return to Ivalice and 4.1's content, which it probably will be in-game, or as like a trailer or something, remains to be seen, but we're looking forward to that either way, and it's a shame we didn't get any more solid information. I'm incredibly hyped for Ivalice. I love the Final Fantasy XII world, and it'll be interesting to see what parts of Ivalice we're going to. So they are to announce a new high difficulty mode. Unless you've been under a rock, this is the latest news that we actually got from Stormblood's pre-release. They were talking about this. This will be harder than Savage Omega in patch 4.1. This is dubbed Beyond Savage mode. This is being designed by Pseudo Kenji. It's supposedly going to be rather epic. He says dreadful, terrifying, and breathless was what the Redditor put. So whether or not it's going to be any of those remains to be seen. Supposedly comparable to Savage Bahamut Last Coil, so that's a big plus. Apparently it's going to be the hardest content of all since he joined the team. It won't have a story, however, as their work will be fully on mechanics and the difficulty, which is pretty cool for those who are still seeking harder content and Worldverse, etc. The NGC Crafting Committee, I don't know, might create a whole load of original quests for the upcoming 14-hour 4-year anniversary livestream. Lots of surprises and interviews are set for that event, which will be held on YouTube, I believe, on August 27th, 2017, and that includes the next live letter for the game, which will be probably 4.1 information. The interview notes go on to say more direct answers to interview questions. There will be no likelihood of any new aetherites added in the future. When they asked, they said none. There are plenty of places like Ame no Mihashira, which contains a load of meanings but is otherwise unused. Maybe it will be used in the future. That's what they simply put there. So there are parts of the world that look unused, but they'll probably be used for dungeons, etc., like the other content in Heavensward and before that. Jump potions were not used as much as people expected, apparently, which, judging by the price, is probably why. And then there's a bit where there was a question about swimming content. They simply said that if any is added, they will revolve more on the 4.1 areas instead. So I guess we're not seeing swimming stuff, much like the Costa del Sol stuff, outside of the Stormblood areas anymore. So there you go, not a great deal of info, but still some solid confirmation on a few minor things. The part that gets me most excited is the cross-realm stuff. The more of this they implement, the easier it will be to play with more people. Eventually, it could solve realm congestion, content droughts, and just the ability to eventually play with your friends who are on other servers. Any movement towards that goal is a good goal to have, and sending tells and friends list is the first step of many towards it. Tell me what you think below. What are you excited most for in patch 4.1? What would you like added to make the game more enjoyable for you, or just quality of life improvements like the inventory stuff? Let me know below, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.